Hello everyone. In previous videos, we created a complete biography series of Guru Padmasambhava. However, the content is very long, and in this age of short-form media, few people have the time to sit down and watch a full biography. Whether you study the exoteric or esoteric traditions, everyone should come to know this legendary figure Guru Padmasambhava and his extraordinary merits and virtues. In this video, we will briefly introduce the life of Guru Padmasambhava in just over 10 minutes. Guru Padmasambhava, also known as the Precious Guru, is the subject of this short biography. This account is excerpted from the Vaidya Garland of Jewels, compiled by the first Jamgon Control, which records the lives of 108 great Turians, or treasure revealers. It is included in the first volume of the Great Treasury of Termas. Through the teachings of the Virayan, especially the profound Dharma activities of the hidden treasures, Guru Padmasambhava has benefited countless beings. This great master is not an ordinary person on the path of practice, nor merely a bodhisattva who has attained the Buddhas. He is the joint emanation of Amitabha Buddha and Shakyamuni Buddha. He appeared in this world to tame ordinary beings and difficult spirits and demons. Even great bodhisattvas cannot fully describe the life story of Guru Rinpoche. I will therefore give only a brief summary. In the Dharmakaya realm of the unchanging luminous essence, Guru Padmasambhava has, in his own nature, attained perfect enlightenment, primordially pure, unborn, and liberated essence. He is known as the primordial protector, unchanging light, in the self-manifest Sambhogakaya realm of perfect drum thunder. Guru Padmasambhava spontaneously manifests the wisdom mandala of the endless assembly of the five Buddhas, complete with the five certainties, in the external appearance of innate illusion. Among the countless emanated forms in the pure lands of the five Buddhas, there is the semi-manifest pure land of great Brahma King. Guru Padmasambhava manifests as all the 10 Bhumi Bodhisattvas, for these are all like clouds of wisdom emanating from him, the exhaustless adornment wheel. Thus he is known as the lotus holder. Through the power of this wisdom, Guru Padmasambhava emanates as Nirmanakaya Buddhas to tame beings in countless worlds throughout the 10 directions. In this Sa world alone, he manifests 8 emanations to tame beings. With the lamp of the Sutra and Tantra teachings, he illuminates countless worlds. The Dakini Yasha Sojal ones, in pure vision, saw an emanation of Guru Padmasambhava appearing in the east, known as vast Vira ocean. In every pore of his body were 10 billion pure lands. In each pure land, 10 billion worlds. In each world, 10 billion Guru Padmasambhavas, each with 10 billion emanations. Each emanation taming 10 billion disciples. She saw the same manifestation in all directions and in the center. In this world of Yambudvipa, Guru Padmasambhava is said to have only one emanation that teaches beings. Note, the emanations that appear to teach beings in the 6 realms of samsara are completely different from those in the natural Buddha pure lands, such as Amitabha Sukhavati. Yet beings perceive him differently, according to their various capacities and dispositions. According to the mouth transmission of Vyakulaya and most Indian historical sources, Guru Padmasambhava was the son of the king or a minister of the kingdom of Adiyana. However, most Dharma texts state that he was divinely born through miraculous transformation. Some texts say he descended in a flash of lightning onto the summit of Mount Malaya. Such miraculous stories vary greatly, and this topic truly exceeds what ordinary beings can understand with their limited intellect. I will now limit this explanation to a single source. I will recount his life according to the miracles and divine birth of Guru Padmasambhava as described in the Dharma teachings. In Lake Danakosha in Adhyana, west of Bodh Gaya, there is a small island. On the island appeared a 1,000-petaled lotus born from the blessing power of all the Buddhas. From the heart of Amitabha Buddha, a golden vira marked with the syllable HRIH shot forth and landed on the pistil of this lotus. The vira instantly transformed into an 8-year-old child, holding a vira and a lotus, with perfect marks and majestic retinue. In this place, the child taught the profound Dharma to the heroes and dakinis on the island. At that time, King Indrabhuti of Adhyana had no children. He offered all his wealth to the 3 jewels and generously gave to the poor. Finally, seeking a wish-fulfilling gem, he sent Minister Krishnadar to this great lake. On the return journey, Minister Krishnadar and King Indrabhuti both saw this miraculous child. The king took this as an answer to his prayers for an heir, brought him back to the palace, and named him Padmasambhava. The lotus-born Guru Padmasambhava was placed upon the throne, and all the people offered him vast offerings. When the prince grew up, he guided countless beings to maturity through sports and games. He married Princess Lightholder and ruled Adhyana according to the Dharma. At that time, he realized that if he continued to rule the kingdom, he would not be able to accomplish the great welfare of others. He therefore asked King Indrabhuti for permission to leave, which was naturally refused. During a game, he let a trident slip from his hand. The falling trident killed the son of a minister. Guru Padmasambhava was judged and exiled to the charnel grounds. He stayed in the cool grove, the joyful grove, Shashalan, and other charnel grounds, practicing yogic discipline. During this time, he received empowerments and blessings from 2 dakinis, Dakini Demon Tamer and Dakini Joyful Continuum. When he was able to command all the dakinis of the charnel grounds, he became known as the Peaceful Protector Guru. Later, Guru Padmasambhava returned to Adhyana, back to the island in the lake, where he practiced the mantrayana and the secret mantras of the dakinis, thereby commanding the dakinis of the island. He then practiced in the stone grove. In a pure vision, he saw Vairagini and received blessings. He bound the Nagas and spirit deities of the island under oath, and was granted supernatural powers by all heroes and dakinis. The sea was called Vaira Mighty Power. Later, Guru Padmasambhava went to the Vaira seat in Bodh Gaya and performed many miracles. People asked who he was. When he said he was a self-born Buddha, they did not believe him and even spoke slanderously. For various reasons, he needed to have a formal lineage. So Guru Padmasambhava went to the country of Sar, took ordination from Venerable Shakya Prabha, and received the Dharma name Shakya Simha, Lion of the Shakyas. He received the 18 Yoga Tantras and directly encountered many deities. Afterward, he studied under the female master Kwanga Lama, who was the wisdom Dakiniyana Dakini, manifesting as a nun. Guru Padmasambhava requested empowerment from her. She transformed him into the syllable hum, swallowed him, and released him from her secret place. Within her body, he received outer, inner, and secret empowerments, and purified the 3 obscurations. Later, he met the 8 great Vidyadharas, and received the sadhanas of the 8 divisions. He received teachings on the great net of illusion from Master Buddhagya, and the great perfection, Jukshan, from Trisena. In this way, Guru Padmasambhava studied and received all teachings of the sutras, tantras, the 5 sciences, and more from many learned and realized masters in India. He mastered whatever he studied after hearing it only once, and without needing to practice, he directly saw all the deities. At this time, he was known as the loving wisdom guru, and manifested the conduct of one who who has fully attained the Vidyadhara level. Later, Guru Padmasambhava went to Sara and took Princess Mandarava, the virtuous Dakinian daughter of King Vihardhara, as his spiritual consort, practicing together with Mandarava in the Maritika cave for 3 months. Amitabha Buddha appeared in person, granted them empowerment, blessed them as non-dual with himself, and bestowed upon them 10 billion longevity tantras. They attained the Vidyadhara of longevity, having realized the Vira body beyond birth and death. They returned to Sara to teach the Dharma. While begging alms, they were seized by the king and ministers and burned alive. Guru Padmasambhava and his consort performed a miracle. They turned the pyre into a cool lake and Saturday upon a lotus in the middle of it. All the people then developed faith. They taught the people of Sara to practice Dharma, and everyone attained the anagami fruition, never falling back into samsara. Guru Padmasambhava then returned to Adhyana to teach the people. While begging alms, he was recognized and burned again on a great pile of sandalwood. Once more, Guru Padmasambhava and his consort Saturday unharmed on a lotus in a lake, wearing a crown of skulls, symbolizing the liberation of all beings from samsara. For performing this miracle, he was called Lotus Skullmala Power. He stayed in Adhyana for 13 years as the king's guru, turning the entire kingdom into a place that practiced the Dharma. During this time, he gave the empowerment and teachings of the Ocean of Dharma collection. The king, queen, and fortunate disciples all attained the supreme Vidyadhara fruition. For this, he was known as the Lotus King, according to the prophecy in the Sutra of Illusory Consciousness. Guru Padmasambhava manifested as the monk good strength to tame King Ashoka. When King Ashoka developed irreversible faith, Guru Padmasambhava built 1 million stupas, enshrining Buddha relics around the world in a single night. Guru Padmasambhava also defeated several non-Buddhist teachers. He was once poisoned by a king but remained unharmed. When thrown into a river, he made the entire river flow backward and flew in the sky. For this, he was called Mighty Garuda Child. Furthermore, Guru Padmasambhava manifested as many great Mahasiddhas, including the Master Lotus Vira who revealed the Hevira Tantra, the Brahman Saraha, Dambi Haruka, Virpa, and Kanhapa. He meditated in the great charnel grounds, transmitted secret teachings to the Dakinis, subdued outer and inner worldly spirits and demons, and commanded them to protect the Dharma. At this time, he was known as the Sunlight Guru. When 500 non-Buddhists were about to defeat the Dharma in a great debate at Bodh Gaya, Guru Padmasambhava challenged all of them and won a great victory. Some non-Buddhists cast fierce evil mantras, but Guru Padmasambhava defeated them with the wrathful mantras given by the Dakini demon tamer. The remaining non-Buddhists all converted to the Dharma. The Dharma flag rose high into the sky. At this time, he was called Wrathful Lion's Roar. By then, he had purified the 3 obscurations and abided in the Vidyadhara of longevity, having completed the supreme and ultimate path. On his way to the Yangulsha cave on the border of India and Nepal, he met Princess Shakya Devi, daughter of a Nepalese king, and took her as his spiritual consort. While practicing pure Haruka, 3 powerful spirits created obstacles. No rain fell for 3 years, and disease and famine spread. Guru Padmasambhava sent messengers to India to ask his gurus which method to use to dispel these obstacles. The 2 messengers brought back the teachings of Vyakulaya. The moment they returned to Nepal, the obstacles automatically subsided. Guru Padmasambhava and his consort attained supreme accomplishment and abided in the Vidyadhara of Mahamudra. Guru Padmasambhava held that practicing pure Haruka leads to great accomplishment. but it is like a traveling merchant who encounters many obstacles. The Vayakulaya practice acts as an indispensable protector. For this reason, Guru Padmasambhava wrote many sadhanas combining both practices, and also bound the 16 worldly protectors of Vayakulaya under oath. Guru Padmasambhava also visited other ancient kingdoms to spread the Dharma, such as Humudu, Shikahara, Dhanakosha, Ruma, Traptai, Kamarupa, and Kanchi, neighboring kingdoms of Adhyana. The time when he went to Joding is unknown, but the practices he taught there including Havira, secret moon point, pure Haruka, Hayagriva, Vayakulaya, and Mula Mother are still passed down today. It is generally believed that Guru Padmasambhava stayed in India for 3,600 years teaching beings, though some scholars suggest about half that time. These are only approximate numbers to tame beings in Mongolia and China. Guru Padmasambhava emanated as King Chen Yongxie in the Yogi Yuingdan. He also appeared in Zhanjiang as the miraculously born child Tavi Hacha, taught the oral lineage of Jurchen, and led many virtuous disciples to attain the rainbow body. In this way, Guru Padmasambhava's activity manifesting in various places, taking countless forms, speaking many languages, and guiding beings on the path to liberation is truly immeasurable. Next, I will describe how Guru Padmasambhava came to Tibet. When King Trisong Detsen, an emanation of Manjushri, was 20 years old, he made a great aspiration to widely spread the holy Dharma. He invited the Indian master Shantarakshita, known as the Bodhisattva Khenpo, who ordained the first group of monks in Tibet. Shantarakshita taught the 12 links of dependent origination and the 10 virtuous actions. 1 year later, when the foundations of the great temple were laid, the demons and spirits of Tibet caused chaos and obstructed the construction. According to the Khenpo's prophecy, King Trisong Detsen sent 5 swift messengers to invite Guru Padmasambhava to Tibet. Guru Padmasambhava already knew this in advance, and arrived at Manjil on the border between Tibet and Nepal. On his way to central Tibet, he passed through Gri, Sang, and Dakham, miraculously traveling throughout the land. He bound the 12 earth mothers, 13 song goddesses, 21 spites, and many powerful spirits under oath to become Dharma protectors. At the holy willow grove in Red Rock, Guru Padmasambhava met the Tibetan king. Together they went to the summit of Mount Haipori and commanded all gods and demons. Guru Padmasambhava founded Samai Monastery, overseeing it from laying the foundation to completion, and ordered the gods and spirits who had obstructed construction to help. It took 5 years in total to complete the magnificent Samai Monastery, the spontaneously accomplished temple, a complex modeled after Mount Sumeru, surrounded by the 4 continents, 8 subcontinents, Sun, Moon, and Iron Ring Mountains, including 3 Queen's Halls. At the consecration ceremony, many auspicious signs appeared. He gave empowerments, from the mandala of the Ka ritual to his 9 heart disciples, with the king among them. King Trisong Detsen then wished to widely translate the Buddhist scriptures and spread the teachings. He had many intelligent Tibetan children study to become translators, invited other great Indian masters learned in the Tripitaka, and the Khenpo ordained the first 7 monks, gradually establishing the Sangha. Shantarakshita, Guru Padmasambhava, the Panditas, together with translators such as Varatsana, Gawa, Palze, and Kruk Louis Gyaltsen, translated into Tibetan almost all the Buddhist scriptures, tantras, and most treatises of that time. Varatsana and Nampar Nanyal were sent to India to study. Varatsana studied Jogchen with Sri Singha, while Nampar Nanyal received the teachings of pure Haruka from Master Hankara. Both attained accomplishment and spread these teachings in Tibet. Then King Trisong Detsen requested empowerments and instructions from Guru Padmasambhava. At Chunpu, the retreat above Samai Monastery, Guru Padmasambhava opened the 8 special lineages of the Harukas. Each disciple practiced accordingly and attained accomplishment. Guru Padmasambhava also gave countless other profound, special teachings of the 3 inner tantras to many fortunate disciples by the king, the princes, and the 25 disciples from Lodrik, Dingro, and other regions. Guru Padmasambhava stayed in Tibet for 55 years and 6 months, 48 years during the reign of King Trisong Detsen, and 7 years and 6 months under his son. Guru Padmasambhava arrived in Tibet when King Trisong Detsen was 21 years old. The king passed away at the age of 69, and Guru Padmasambhava remained in Tibet for several more years until he departed for the Rakshasa realm. Guru Padmasambhava personally visited the 20 snow mountains of Gri, the 21 sacred practice places of Insang, the 25 sacred places of Dakham, 3 secret valleys, and many other places, blessing them all as sacred practice sites, knowing that a future Tibetan king would try to destroy the Dharma in Tibet. He left many prophecies about later times. After entrusting the Dharma to King Trisong Detsen and his close disciples, Guru Padmasambhava buried countless Dharma teachings, starting with the 8 personal dharmas of King Trisong Detsen, the 5 great mind dharmas, the 25 profound dharmas, and more. The reasons for burying these dharmas were to protect the Vajrayana teachings from destruction, to prevent corruption or alteration by scholars, to preserve their blessing power, and to benefit disciples in future lives. For each dharma teaching, Guru Padmasambhava prophesied the time of revelation, the name of the turn and who would uncover it, and the fortunate beings who would uphold the Dharma. At 13 places known as Tiger Caves, he manifested in the wild, wisdom-filled, wrathful form, bound all worldly spirits and demons under oath to serve the Dharma, and commanded them to guard these dharmas. At this time, he was known as Dorj Trollo. To inspire faith in later generations, he left his body imprint in Betan, a handprint in Namtso Chomo, and footprints in Pultaka and countless other places. After King Trisong Detsen passed away, Guru Padmasambhava helped Muru Sampo ascend the throne. He held a great Dharma assembly in Kondo, entrusting the profound teachings to Prince Jesse Rajay, prophesying that after 13 reincarnations, he would become a turn to reveal the treasures and benefit beings. Note, the 13th in this line of reincarnations is the great Turnchir Lingpa. The exact number of disciples whom Guru Padmasambhava personally empowered in Tibet is truly incalculable, but the most famous are the 25 early disciples, 25 middle disciples, and the later 17 and 21 disciples. 80 of Guru Padmasambhava's disciples attained the rainbow body at Yerpa, 108 meditators at Chubori, 30 tantric practitioners at Yangzong, and 55 realized beings at Sheltsa. Among his female disciples were 25 Dakinis and 7 Yoginis. Many of these close disciples have blood lineages that continue to this day. Before Guru Padmasambhava prepared to leave for the Rakshasa realm in the southwest, the king, ministers, and all disciples tried to dissuade him, but to no avail. After giving many instructions and teachings to each of them, accompanied by countless gods and goddesses making offerings, he rode a horse or a lion and departed along the mountain path of Kutang. On the summit of Copper Mountain in the continent of Vidya, Guru Padmasambhava tamed the Rakshasa king, Yama Skulmala, and took his form. Afterward, Guru Padmasambhava miraculously created the lotus-like palace, inconceivably magnificent and glorious. Meanwhile, on the surrounding 8 subcontinents, he emanated identical forms, each becoming a king and teaching the sadhanas of the 8 Herukas. At present, Guru Padmasambhava abides in the fruition of the spontaneous Vidyadhara, manifesting the lineage form of Varadhara, unchanging until the end of samsara. Out of great compassion, he continues to manifest emanations to benefit beings. Even if the Vinaya teachings disappear, Guru Padmasambhava will still appear among Vajrayana practitioners, and fortunate disciples will attain the rainbow body. In the future, when Maitreya Buddha is born, Guru Padmasambhava will emanate as a being named Draukand, and transmit the secret mantrayana to all worthy vessels. This is the brief biography of Guru Padmasambhava. It is only a partial account, according to the understanding of some ordinary disciples.